one, really break the backs of the defense.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Called in by Waddle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That's caught. Devon Achane. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing off the play fake here. Has a man, it's Achane. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running with Achane out of the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They'll stick with Achane. Give him 3 yards, that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Trying for it, it's Achane. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Dumped off to his running back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway. We wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past the 5.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Here's McCarthy to throw. He throws a bullet down the right side. And oh, someone stepped in. football as he makes his third interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And we get a timeout. There's an injured player out there, and it's not somebody this offense wants to lose. Jalen Waddle, the man shaken up. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Pollard takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. They connect on the deep shot.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. He had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. McCarthy looking to throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Dolphins are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And that's good for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Offense in the hurry up here. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. A-Chain again. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. A-Chain on the inside give. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 18 on 2nd down. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Well, the jumping has cost him 5. 1st and goal a little bit tougher here. Running it after the penalty. Punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Nevis with a point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Nevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphin side of the field. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings are on the move here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, here's a Bonnie Conda. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Escapes out to the left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with a Bonnie Conda. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Need everyone back to the line. Escapes the pocket. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making a 1-score game before halftime. Work tacks on that extra point. And the Vikings cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. This is ahead for about 5. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. It's his running back. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Amani Kanda now up the middle. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete out to the right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
On play action now, McCarthy. Has it at the 7. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings tie things up at 14. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Working quickly here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Able to find Achane. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
This is is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he drives it up past the 45. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send a receiver in motion right. 3rd down run from Achane. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking for a throw here. Able to get it to Benson. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
He'll throw it yet again. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Has a man, it's Achane. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Running for it, it's Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's McCarthy to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They're going play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Hawkinson reels it in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Abani Conda gets it going right. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now trail by just a point in the 4th. Kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd down carry for Achane. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. He touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Throwing now, off play action. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10 now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. That's on the quick hitter. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got first down from the 31. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's 3rd down now.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Too far out of the back of the end zone he goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 4th down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. This will be a 44-yard look. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now McCarthy. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings trail by a field goal. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 16 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Here he is to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now to throw. Throwing the out route complete. It's inside the 10. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Shotgun handoff to Abanikanda. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Abanikanda will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. To throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And he's out the clear. The 30. The 10. At the 5. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, okie. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And finally, Brock,